Okay, so let's start off with the lab. Or is everybody in a safe place to actually start the lab? Since there's only 3 of us. Okay, so what you're going to need your, I'm going to pen myself. You're going to need your diffraction slide. Your paper craft spectrometer. And your black piece of paper. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your paper craft spectrometer on your black piece of paper, like so. And you're probably going to need some tape as well. And scissors. Okay, so I basically cut mine in half to make it a little easier for me to work with. And then I'm just going to tape it so it doesn't move at the ends. Today's lab is a craft lab. And then we'll get to the calculations later. I also forgot. You're also going to need your cell phone. Okay, so what you want to do is, you guys, yours is black and white, and I think it kind of looks black and white on mine here too, but you're going to cut the outside, all of the cut outside of the image itself. That is a solid line, none of the broken lines. So only the solid line parts, okay?
I have a question. Can you please show again the paper?
Can you repeat that, please?
Can you please show again the paper?
Excuse me?
Yeah, I don't have that one.
It wasn't in your kit?
No.
It should have been folded up in half.
No, I don't have it.
Okay, so did you have this in your kit?
Yes.
So you have this, but you didn't, did you have black paper?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go to the lab. So that was the only paper that was in your kit?
Yeah, and this one's too.
Here, actually, can you put that up again? Okay, you see the one, actually you do have it. It's
Oh, this one right here?
yeah, it's that one right there, yes.
Okay.
So what you need to do is you're gonna cut that out.
Okay.
And so you're gonna put that on top of your black paper. Okay. So again, we're going to cut the solid lines, and the dotted lines are going to be points that we fold. Are you guys good at graphs? Okay, so again, the solid lines are the lines that you're going to be cutting. And then when you've gotten all your solid lines cut, let me know.
Should we turn on our cameras or
Yes.
it's okay?
Yeah, you can turn on your cameras. You don't have to turn it on, like turn it on intermediately. Okay. So then that way, you know, if we get in and out, you know, so just kind of, so I can see your progress. So how far are you, Veronica? I mean, Bernice? Okay. So do you guys got it cut out yet?
Oh, is it this page, right?
Yep. Yep. Right there. That's it. Yes. Okay. So I basically have cut the outline of it already. So you guys can see where I've cut, and it's only the outer part. We're also going to need to cut a slit right here, right here. Okay. So the way they have it is that we fold it in half, and then we cut that slit, and then we do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Because that's a solid line on the outside of both of those. And then I need to cut a slit down here, right here, because there's a solid line on the outside of that as well too. Okay.
Oh, mine looks like a little bit different from yours. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, yours is the older version. I got the newer version. So I left my older one at home. So I was rushing out and I totally forgot it. So I printed out this one today. It'll still work the same way. So on the dotted lines, you're going to fold. Okay. So right here, like I said, right here, like I said, it's a, see, can you see it? It's a dotted line. So I folded it in half on the dotted line, and then I'm going to cut my slit. Okay. So you guys see that? And then you do the same thing on the other side.
This little box, should we?
Yeah, let me see
This
yours. Let me put, I'm going to pin you so I can see it. Yeah, so yeah, that little box for you. So how are you guys doing on the homeworks and the, have you guys took the practice test yet? Bernice, you said yes?
Yeah.
No, I think that was Bernice.
Okay.
Alex, échale tantito jugo de naranja, ya voy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It keeps lab interesting. It gets a little boring, a little when nobody's talking and it's all quiet and stuff. Or when I'm just answering chats.
Yeah, sorry. I
No,
can't.
it's okay. Okay, so I cut my 2 slits out so you guys can see. Okay. Okay, so now you'll notice that there are dotted lines here, there are dotted lines there, oops, here and here, and then over here there are dotted lines. So what we're going to do, all of those dotted lines are places that we're going to do folding. So we're going to fold those. And they kind of tell you which way they're supposed to be folded. So, and I believe you guys have the dotted lines as well. Give me 1 second. Okay, so if you take a look, I did all of the folding except for 2 spots. I'll finish that real quick. Okay, so I've done all my folding. Okay, so I folded all of the points where I'm supposed to fold. So in the back, it should sit up like this, so it'll look like a little space car. And then on the side, so I'm going to tape those guys down, but I'm not going to tape those down yet because I need to add my diffraction slide. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my diffraction slide and then I'm just going to cut it out. Yours, I think, is actually set up so that it actually fits directly in there with a full slide, I believe. But if you need to trim it, just go ahead and trim it as need be. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see mine. I've actually trimmed it. And then, so I'm going to put this in. You can put it on the outside or you can put it on the inside. I'm putting mine on the inside because I like things to be aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going to tape it on the inside.
Did you cut it like this thing?
Yeah, I cut mine. Yeah, I cut mine. So I cut it out of here. So I just cut the film out. Okay, so now I have it all taped in on the inside. So now I could tape the outside of my little box, but I want to kind of keep, this guy, this little flap available for opening and such, because if I keep it available for opening, I can actually use it just to attach to my cell phone, which is what I'm going to use to take pictures. So let's see, do this right. Okay, so if it's a tight dotted line, you're going to be folding it in like this, and if it's a wide dotted line, you're going to be folding it out. So like here, if you take a look at mine, these guys were the wide fold dotted lines, and so they kind of go out. So then it just kind of sits on top. So if you kind of take a look at it, and you take a look at, let's say, next to the light, don't look at the light directly, you'll see a spectrum, a nice spectrum. So, and then let me see if I can put it up against the camera and have you guys take a look. Let's see. Let's see. The lights. Now I can't find the light source. We'll do it like this. Okay, so can you guys see the spectrum next to the light? But can you guys see the spectrum? That's showing the little rainbow color
Yes.
from the white light.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, it looks something like this. Okay. So do you guys have your glow sticks?
Yes.
You guys got glow sticks? Brittany? Yes or no?
I have a question. Should we put like a little bit more right here so we can see
Okay.
better?
Let me pin. No, so on one side, it should be like a little slit. On the other side, it should be big enough. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the one side, if you take a look at mine, it's a little slit, right? On one side. The other side should be really a nice opening, okay? So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna take images with your camera. And so the way you set up your camera is, you open this guy up like this. So it's up, and you're gonna put this on your camera so you can get an image. So like this. Okay. So then if you take you get my picture. So if you take a picture, let's see, of like white light, the problem is I have a lot of white light in my.
No lo olvido. No tener como ya tengo de ellos.
Okay, so now I have one source of white light. So if I take a picture of my white light, I should be able to get spectrums. So like the light that's in your room, I should be able to get a complete spectrum. And I'm going to send it to myself. It's going to look like this. Oops. Yeah, see that? Where you see the purple, the green, the yellow, the red.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to try to get an image like that where you have a really clear picture. So that's of white light, okay? So we're going to do the same thing with our glow sticks. And I'm going to have to, so I'm going to take one of my glow sticks. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, so here's my glow stick. You see it's not glowing right now. Okay, so I'm going to. Okay, you see it glowing?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to use my camera. I'm going to put it on the, I'm going to use my camera. I'm going to put it actually on the table and take a picture of it. And then I'll share my pictures with you guys. So. Now you don't want, let's see, I'm trying to get it so that it,
We don't have the glow sticks on our kit, right?
no, that's the one that you should have bought.
Oh, okay.
The supplies you should have bought. Don't worry that if you didn't buy them yet, don't worry about it. I have some other things that you can use real quick, but I have to get those set up here in a second. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so this is my blue glow stick. Oops. See. Oops. It's really hard to see because of the reflection of light. Um, there we go. And so I'll actually try to give you guys an upload of those, what they kind of look like. So the blue one, it gives me like a blue and green color. I don't know if you can see that from my photo there. This is green. It's a green glow stick. It's hard to tell. Okay. So that was from the green glow stick, where you got some red and some blue and the yellow. And this is so this is an orange. Okay, so this is the spectra from the orange glow stick, which is like a blue, I mean a red and green. Okay. So if you don't have your glow stick, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up the, I have spectrum tubes of various chemicals. I'll tell you what the chemical is. I'll type it up on the board and then, or in the chat window. And then we'll put the image up, okay? Turn off my. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Actually, okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Bernice, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, crap. Hello?
Hello.
So Bernice, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Can you see the light?
Yes.
So go ahead and take a picture of that light with your camera, your cell phone camera, and then all you're going to do is cover. That isn't going to work. Okay. So right now, what I'm showing you is, and I'll put the pictures up for it, is one of the elements. And I'll take the picture and then I'll share the picture with you guys of it. So this here is called it's called a Spectra 2 power source. And so what's inside is each of the different tubes, each of these different tubes has an element, right? So this one has nitrogen. The one that's in there right now, I believe it's hydrogen. Nope, not hydrogen. Let's see. It's neon. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll take a picture of it. I'll put the spectrum up that I get from it. So you can see that each one has a different color associated with it. This is hydrogen. Okay, so that was nitrogen. And this one is helium. So each of the elements are going to have a different spectrum associated with it. They're going to have a unique spectrum. Turn the light back on. Okay. Let me share my pictures with you guys. Let's see. Helium. Okay, let's see. And email this. Okay, give me 1 second while I pull it up. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Trouble here. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, so this is what the spectrum looks like. So what we're going to do is, although it's not the best image, we're going to import this one into our to do the analysis, which is if you go to the lab, let me pull up the lab. Okay. So we're going to go here. We're going to go to Spectrum Workshop Bookmark. Sorry, spectralworkbench.org. Okay, so we already have our image captured. So we're going to upload an image. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and use my Google account. Okay, so I logged in. So now that I logged in, I want to go to Tools. I'm going to go to Spectrum Workbench. I'm going to, oops, screwed that one up. So I'm going to upload image. Guess it locked me out.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me.
Can you repeat that, please?
The same thing happened to me.
Same thing happened to you? Let's see if it works this time. Let me see if we can bypass it. Nope. There we go. So we want to go to upload image. I'm going to go ahead and choose my file. Nitrogen spectrum. Okay, so we want to make sure that our image is in the right orientation. And on one side, we want the blue, and the other side, we want the red. So we either want it, if it's top to bottom, we want it to be blue on top and then red on the bottom. If we're horizontal, then we want blue to the left and red to the right. I can't remember what we uploaded, so let me take a look. Yep, right orientation. So we're gonna go ahead and upload it and calibrate later. And let's see the device that we used. So we actually used the foldable mini. Okay. So we're gonna go nitrogen, spectrum 2. And I'm gonna put my initials. Okay, what's going on there? So do I have something other than? Okay, why is it not? It's give me a little trouble here, isn't it? Let's see. Oh. Okay, I see. It's trying to know my location. Okay, so apparently it stuck it in the wrong way. Let me try to re-upload it. Okay, so I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to alter my image so that we can get just the spectrum itself, and then, or not alter it, I'm just going to trim it, and so that we just have the spectrum. So I think that'll help, and then I'll reload it if it lets me. Oh, now it's working. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead to my image again. Okay, so this is my image. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit it a little bit. So I'm going to go to, let's see, paint. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to try to trim it down. So I'm going to crop it. See anything? See. I'm going to switch my sharing screen with the paint window. So I'm going to select it. Actually, I'm going to start by rotating a little bit. Maybe. Okay, can you see I cropped it so that we just have the spectrum? Then I'm going to save it as, so I have my original nitrogen spectrum crop. And it's a JPEG. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to see if I can find it. We're going to look, upload image. We're going to choose a file. It's, I believe I put in pictograms. Let's see. Stream. Okay. So right now we're vertical, so we're good. So I deselected that so it doesn't make it, it doesn't flip it. And then I'm gonna go here again. Spectrum tube. And we're going to see if it uploads it right this time. There we go. Okay, so now we got it uploaded right. So the next part is that we want to try to get it calibrated. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select calibrate. So then what it does is going to put a blue line and a green line. And so what we're going to do, so we can see that. You see this? Where is it marked? Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is the blue line. So we're going to put this in the blue line, in the blue area. And then here, this is the green. So we're going to put it in the middle of the green, the middle of the blue. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit calibrate. Oh, sorry. Apply, not a calibrate. Okay, so then this is going to tell us where we're starting off. Our wavelength is starting off. And this is going to give us where the wavelength is at, right? So we can see where each of the wavelengths are at different points. Can you guys see that? So in this case, we have a lot of spectrums to actually look at. So we're covering the whole spectra right there. Pretty much with the nitrogen tube. So we have a lot of purples, we have a lot of blues, greens, some yellows, and some reds. And so since we have a nice distribution of all of the different peaks, they're just going to show you. So this represents the intensity of each of the peaks. Okay, so most of these are going to be very uniform. So normally what I'd have you guys to do, and I won't have you guys do it with the nitrogen, but I'll have you guys do it with your glow sticks, is that you're going to have certain peaks that are going to be really represented. In some cases, you're not going to get any colors except for those peaks. So let me give you an example of that. So we're going to go ahead and save. We have this guy already saved, so we're going to add another. Why does that? Come on. Come on. I don't know why it's giving me trouble. Are you having the same issues on your end where it's not selecting? Okay, try again with another image. I don't know what the problem is, why it works for a minute and then it doesn't. So I'm gonna find out. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is just capture the images, upload them, and then next week, part of next week's lab, we'll actually go through how to do the analysis. For some reason, like I said, we're having some trouble with this. So I need to figure this out. Why is it giving me trouble uploading? Okay.
So do we have to do the report or not?
Yeah, you won't have to do the report yet. And so for next Friday, I'll adjust it. I'll push it back 1 week so that we can do the analysis. But we'll also have another lab that we're going to be doing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question really quick.
Okay.
It's not from the lab.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there's an assignment called your examples or organic chem structure.
Yes. So that needs to be modified. It shouldn't be due yet.
Yeah, I was thinking like, when is that?
Yeah, because we haven't talked about that yet. That's going to be, so we have 2 more lectures before we get to that. So we're a little, we're not behind, but it came up a lot earlier than what it was supposed to.
I have another question. So
Yeah.
what's the code for the exam?
There isn't a code. So when you go to try to take the exam, here, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna share my screen with you real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. So you should have this, and let me set it up in modules. Let me make sure it shows up. There should be something that says flow test that shows up. Hold on. Okay, so go ahead and click on this. Okay, so the key is that when you're taking your exam, you have to use Chrome, and it has to be up to date. So the way that you would update your Chrome, you would go here to your settings. And then if you go down here,
Can you share your screen?
oh, I'm not sharing my, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Okay, so you want to be using Chrome. You have to be using Chrome. You're going to go to those three dots. You're going to go to settings. And then let's see. I don't know why it's not showing me my. So let's go ahead and hit advance. Let's try this. There you go. Okay. Okay, so that's apps. This is bad. Rusty here. Let's see, sync, manage Google. Let's try. Sync. So it's actually changed since the last time I used it. So normally what I would do, I would just go here to update my Chrome itself, but it looks like it may be automatically updating, or it could be the fact that I have, let's see. I have my other account also open. Give me 1 second. Let me try this. So syncing Google service, manage your sync. Okay, so I think it's already set up to sync. So the other thing is if your extension for Chrome, for Proctorial is not there. So the way that we go to our extension is, and it looks like it's not there. Okay. So if your extension isn't up to date, it'll ask for an access code. If it asks for an access code, what you want to do is, I think if you click the link, it should actually take you to Proctorial. And then when you get here,
And when is the exam gonna close?
It's actually going to close on Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. Okay. That's when it will officially close. But it's actually all your exams and everything are going to stay open till the very end. So, and you're not going to be penalized for doing it, as long as you get it done. The key is to get it done. Don't wait till the last minute to try to do it. Because
Okay, so we let's say we have until December.
17th. Yes, technically.
Yeah, the latest. Yeah.
Yes. The very latest.
Is the same for the labs?
Yes, it's the same for everything. But again, don't wait till the last minute to do everything.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because otherwise you're guaranteed I'll see you next semester, and then that will be face to face. It won't be online.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, I don't know why it's not.
Do we have two exams to do?
Can you repeat that, please?
Do we have two exams?
Do you have to do it now?
Not like, do we have two? Because you're looking at the fall test, and there is another one that is called the CHEM22 exam 1.
Yeah. So the faux test is just to get you set up for proctorial. That's all it's going to be used for. And so all you're going to be using that for is to get proctorial, right? Which I need to actually edit because it doesn't seem to take you to go get proctorial. So what you need to do is, you see where it says take quiz?
Yes.
Okay. So let me see if I can fix this real quick. So it's probably because my proctorial link is absent or screwed up. So I need to fix this.
So there's like two exams, but one is only for get used to proctorial and the other one is the real exam.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me fix your. It's funny how things always get screwed up. Let's see.
I have another question.
Yep.
So the exam is gonna cover week 1 until week 7, or?
Yeah, it's going to cover your exam. No, actually, it's going to cover week 1 to week 6. Okay, so week 7 is that's chapter 11. That's going to be covered in the next exam.
Okay, just to review.
Yep.
And how many questions are in the exam?
In the exam, I believe there's like 35 questions.
35? Okay.
Yeah, let me check. You ask all of the hard questions there. Let's see. 37 questions.
37, okay.
Yep.
And then I have another question.
Okay.
How many attempts do we have for the exam?
You're going to have a total of 4. The next one is going to be coming because the next one is going to cover chapters 11, 12, 13. Okay. And
no,
then
I'm talking about the attempts. Do we have just one attempt, or?
Oh yeah, you're only going to get 1 attempt.
But we have the chance to get our corrections.
Test correction. Yes, you'll have a chance to do a test correction. Yes.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Okay. Good questions. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so make sure you guys get your images captured, because then we can go through it together. I can show you guys how to do it. And then we could just actually all sit down and get it all done, get the lab report just pretty much written up while we're doing some other experiments. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I will see you guys, I'll see you guys next week, hopefully.
Oh, I have a last question. We already did like 2 labs together, like no like the ones that we use, like what is it called, Labster demo.
Yeah, so so far we've only done 2 labs. We've done the Mentos lab, and we've done the like physical labs. We've done the Mentos lab, and we've done the atomic theory lab together. Okay.
And then this one.
And then this one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So next week, what we'll do is, like I said, we'll be doing the analysis. I know we have an hour, but I need to try to figure out what's wrong with the program and why it's not loading the way it's supposed to. So that's one of the drawbacks of not using it frequently. You know, it gets updated, and that's probably what happened. It was probably updated, and there's some errors with it. So I'll text a friend to try to figure out what the problem is. And then we'll be able to analyze the data next week, and then we'll also do another lab. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I will see you guys next Friday.